I would consider 500 Days of Summer to be one of the most unique rom-coms there is. It's not exactly romantic, and much of the film is more sad than comedic. Most rom-coms tell a very unlikely story of romance. They're movies marketed towards women which demonstrate the love story they wish to experience. These movies are places where the viewers can escape into universes of giddiness and love. 500 Days of Summer gives you the opportunity to do this for brief moments, when you're encapsulated by the same naive hopefulness as Tom. But the movie ultimately brings you on a very realistic journey from an uncommon perspective. Consumers of rom-coms are used to seeing love from a woman's perspective, but this film centers around protagonist Tom and flips gender stereotypes on their heads. Here, Tom is the believer in love, a bit of a hopeless romantic, and Summer has no interest in serious relationships. Because we're not used to seeing women in film as the ones to upset with their commitment issues, Summer is often disliked by viewers. Tom is a very lovable and kind-hearted character who is easy to sympathize with. But does this mean Summer is the problem? Let's break down the relationship and the villainization of Summer. Tom meets Summer at work and is immediately interested in her. After just a short interaction in the elevator, his feelings for her grow and he starts to pursue her attention. Tom is caught off guard when he finds out that Summer is single, but doesn't want a relationship. This is one of the most important scenes in the entire movie.
And I'm just not comfortable being someone's girlfriend. I'm not actually comfortable being anyone's anything, you know?
At this time, Summer's perspective of love is rather cynical. She feels that, chances are, getting into a relationship would be restrictive to her lifestyle and end up hurting her anyways. Even when Mackenzie makes fun of her stance, she stays true to it. But a few days after Mackenzie drunkenly exposes Tom's feelings for her, Summer kisses Tom in the work's copy room, and that's enough to reignite Tom's hope in their relationship. The pair grows close throughout the next several months. The dropping of Summer's emotional walls leads Tom to think that a committed relationship is on the horizon. He speaks aloud that it doesn't matter if they're not officially together, but there's no doubt that Summer's disinterest in official labels is distressing and disappointing to him. And there's validity to his feelings. Regardless of the situation, if you care deeply for someone who doesn't feel the same for you, it's going to be hurtful. But Summer made her feelings clear.
I like you, Tom. I just don't want to release.
Well, you're not the only.
What makes her slightly morally gray is debate on her awareness that she was leading Tom on.
What's going on here with us?
I don't know. Who cares? I'm happy. Aren't you happy?
Yeah.
Good.
Perhaps she could have been exceptionally kind and insisted to Tom that their relationship wouldn't progress any further when she saw he was holding out hope. But Summer says time and time again that she wants them to remain just friends. In the end, it was Tom's responsibility to take what Summer was saying for what it was. Summer didn't want commitment in the relationship, and people have every right to pursue that if they make it clear. Seeing Summer as the antagonist of the movie or the issue is natural because we see the story from Tom's perspective, and he's the one who gets hurt. The film also captures Summer with soft lighting and playful close-ups, all positioned to show her in the idealized manner Tom sees her in, so we get disappointed alongside him when they don't end up in love. But when you strip away the fancy filming and analyze Tom and Summer objectively, Tom becomes intent on being with her before he even really knows her. He creates an illusion in his head of someone she's not. Their relationship was never very easy. Tom was always pining after her, putting up with their fundamental disagreements with empty hopes of a future together. Tom was also in the wrong for putting pressure on Summer when she didn't want what he wanted.
And I said we're a couple! God damn it!
She tried her best to make him happy at the capacity she could. They just weren't right for each other. You can't settle for someone you're unsure of. It's not fair to either party. Tom's heartbreak at the end of the film is not for losing Summer specifically, but for having the idea of her ripped away and the disintegration of his expectations. Summer ends up married to another man, which is a complete 180 from her perspective of marriage at the beginning of the film. She explains that with her husband, she just knew he was right for her.
It was meant to be.
Neither Tom nor Summer were villains in the movie, just incompatible people. 500 Days of Summer does not display the love of a successfully blossoming love story, but it shows viewers that it's alright if a relationship doesn't work out. You learn something in the process, and there's a world that extends beyond the person who your time has ended with.
I haven't seen you.
You must not have been looking.
Heartwarming love stories are beautiful pick-me-ups, but so is the story of someone who's fallen and gets back up again.